welcome back. I'm still working through Dan Harris's book, Meditation for Fidgety Skeptics. Listen, this is now our third week on videoing about this book, so it'll probably be my last one. But just let me say, it's a great book. Click the link below and go get yourself a copy because it's really really good. The thing I really wanted to focus on, because what he does in this book, if you haven't seen the other videos, go back and watch the other videos. But what he does is he addresses some of the major reasons people give for not starting a meditation practice or for not meditating. And so last week I talked about the common idea, the common notion, I just can't clear my mind. So go back and watch that video if that's something that you tell yourself or that you tell others. And a lot of the other reasons in here are great. I mean, and he does a good job of really unpacking um, some of the misconceptions around meditation. But the one I wanted to focus on is in the chapter where, people seem to say a lot, I don't have time. I don't have time to meditate. When can I fit in meditation into my schedule? And so there's a couple of things that I wanted to say directly about that. Dan Harris does a great job of really addressing the whole time issue. But I wanted to say this. If you're, a lot of people have in mind that meditation is, something people do. They sit down for like half an hour or 45 minutes or an hour or more every day and focus on their breathing and meditate. And yes, I mean, ideally, the more time you can spend in meditation, the better. But don't let the time, be a barrier to you just getting started. What I tell clients that I work with is start with 1 minute a day. You've got 1 minute. You can find 60 seconds out of your day that you can devote to cultivating a meditation practice. Here's how to do it. Find a particular time, a certain space in your morning routine or in your evening routine, and carve out 1 minute and just commit yourself to doing it for 1 minute. I did a video last week about starting a meditation practice, how anyone can just get started. Go back, watch that video, and commit yourself to 1 minute of doing that. Just focusing on your breath. When you get lost in a thought, come right back to your breath and drop the thought. Do that for 1 minute. And what will happen over time is if you do it for a minute, you'll do it for 2 minutes. And then before you know it, you'll be doing it for 5 minutes. And before you know it, you've carved out 10 minutes out of your day that you can spend meditating. So, don't feel like you've got to start out with 15, 20, 30-minute stretches. Start with 1 or 2 or 5, whatever you can do, carve that time out. The other thing that I would say is this, is as important as a daily time that you spend actually meditating is, the goal of that meditation session is for you to be more mindful when you're off the cushion, up and out doing the things that you do every day. To be more present in the moment, to be more focused on the thing you're doing rather than having your mind control you with, bombarding you with thoughts from the past or the future. It helps you be very grounded and very in the moment. And so even on days that maybe you don't have a meditation practice, you can still practice mindfulness by trying to be very aware of what you're doing in that moment, to just be present in that moment and not doing 2 or 3 or 4 things at once or thinking about something else while you're doing something else. So start small with your meditation practice and build on top of it. And look for opportunities to just be mindfully present throughout the day. And that will take you a long way toward cultivating the habit. And as you cultivate the habit of a daily practice, then you can extend the times. You'll find yourself sitting for longer, being more engaged in the practice. A lot of people start off, trying to do too much, and it becomes too much of a burden. You either you really have a day when you don't have the extra 15, 20, or 30 minutes. Or you don't want to do it someday, you don't want to get up early, you want to sleep in, so you miss it. But if you start small, one of the keys to habit formation is to start small and build. So identify a small target, 1 minute a day. Count to 10. You know, breathing in, breathing out, 1. Breathing in, breathing out, 2. Up to 10, and then back down to 0 if you like. Or set a timer for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever you can do. But you can cultivate a meditation practice. You do have time. You don't have to start out spending a lot of time every day doing it. Just start with what you can and build from there.